19, Dan Bailey to get us started. And off we go to wrap up a great Sunday of football. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Here we go. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. What we got? What we got? What we got? 26.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Steps away to his left. And right away, he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Got some room at the 30. A big run that time by Elliott. Give him 42 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Prescott gets this to the tight end, Jarwin. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Prescott. This is caught by Witten, the tight end. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Here we go. Mike 59. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Escaping, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Daniil Hunter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move. The Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League, where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They go play action. Cousins. He will find the rookie from Oregon, Dylan Mitchell. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Cousins. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Vikings 7, Cowboys 0. Dan Bailey to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. The first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. Here's Prescott. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
This is Elliott. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Hey, here we go. 4-8. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. 26.
Looking to throw. Prescott. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. I enjoyed watching Robert Quinn in pregame warm-ups with you down on the field. Did it surprise you how tall and angular he is? You wouldn't think he'd be able to play against the run that well, would you?
But he can, and he showed it right there, didn't he?
That's that wrestling background he has. He understands leverage as well as anyone in the game. A big-time wrestler in high school. He didn't lose very often.
Three-time heavyweight state champ in South Carolina. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's got his rookie tight end. That's Herb Smith Jr. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. These two teams all tied after one. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out. They'll throw again. Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Thielen with his first catch, and it's a first down. They'll run on 1st down. Cook. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At their 48-yard line.
A toss to Cook. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys' side of the field. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 10-yard line.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that'd scare me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
They'll run with Cook. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Cook on the toss left. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guys at the cornerback position.
3rd and goal for Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Dylan Mitchell His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Prescott, and this is incomplete. Blake Jarwin, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. With Cole Beasley now in Buffalo, you think that might open up some more targets for Michael Gallup. Last year as a rookie, 33 catches for the Dallas Cowboys. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
On 2nd down now. It's Elliott, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. Cooper was the target there.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
On 1st down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence. It's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And Diggs has it. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now Cobb to return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Prescott from the gun. Outright completes it to Jarwin. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll throw again. Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
4th down and 1.
They missed a field goal earlier, so possibly as a result, that's why they're going to try to go for it here on 4th down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. We're going to 53. Shift.
Prescott to throw on 4th. He's got his target. It's Cobb. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
We got trips over here.
Prescott now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
That would have been a great catch, but real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now Prescott. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
We're going to 53. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
Prescott yet again. Throw right side taken in by Gallup. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and 2 at the 5-yard line.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Maher is good. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 35.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, come on,
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
And the Vikings first
Bring the
down.
hunt. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the hunt.
From the red zone now, Cousins. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
A gain of a yard. Brings up
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
40-yard line.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Now Prescott. He's got his man on the crossing route. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Michael, defense wins championship. Count.
A first down throw for Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And they'll get this down to the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Prescott looks to throw on first. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Well, using Zeke Elliott in the passing game, that's something Cowboy fans are getting used to. Last year, 77 receptions. And you think back to his rookie season, he had 32 and then 26 his second year. But he's really on the uptick. On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And yet again, he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. So decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again.
They run it again with Cook. And he cuts it out right sideline. Some space here. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 20.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. Cook stripped. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. 5. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half, they give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
It fights him off. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The sack by Robert Quinn.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Cousins to throw it, and he's going to go down in the end zone. Cousins taken down for the safety. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems, and this qualifies as a big problem.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Watch it, you find. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Now Elliott. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Vikings 14.
54. Watch the slants. Watch the slants.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
First down, Prescott. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's Prescott. And now he'll tuck. Oh, Prescott stripped. Finds a seam inside the 40. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable third down. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the fourth.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Kirk Cousins last year started all 16 games, but only led the Vikes to just one fourth-quarter comeback like he's trying to do here. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To the air again, it's Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, it's Cousins. And he comes back with one complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Cousins on 4th down. And he's able to find Diggs. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Cousins again. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Well, the returns for the Cowboys on Leighton Vander Esch have been pretty good so far. You know, a lot of Cowboy Nation questioned when they took him number 19 overall a season ago instead of Calvin Ridley. But Leighton Vander Esch would get 140 tackles last year, franchise rookie record for Dallas, en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. On 3rd down, Cousins. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
Come on, let's go.
4th down, Cousins. He's got a man. It's Mitchell. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. A first down throw for Cousins. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Check, block 54, block 54. Here we go. Check. 300.
They'll throw again. Cousins. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 19-yard line.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. They'll run with Elliott. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Cousins now to throw on first down. Smith catches left side. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
And boy, again, they won't get this off in time. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Dallas, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year, and they will hit the road.